Hey there, guys. Ganzo, Firebird, Knives, and they just keep coming out with different models. They haven't been as prolific, in the last 7 or 8 months as they were like a year and a half or 2 years ago. I guess they blew out with a bunch of models, but now here they go. They've released a few recently, and I think they're really cool. So I wonder if we could. No, we don't have to play swap the backspacer because, yeah, they all match. Now you could swap them to make them contrast if you want. Hey, I got these from Power Cutlery, so I'll give you the link to them. I mean, if you live in the USA, well, get them from Power Cutlery because, they may be just slightly higher in price. Although, I looked at Gearbest recently and they were like $27. And I got these from Power Cutlery for like $19.90 something, so maybe $20. And then he charges like $2.99 for shipping. So you get like just regular first class shipping, and that's how I did it. And when I ordered 3 or 4, I think he only charged me one time for the $2.99, so it wasn't like $2.99 per knife. But you have to check that out for sure. I may be misspeaking on that. But 3 days later, boom, here they are, not 3 weeks later. Hey, if they're $10 on Gearbest, okay, I understand. Get it, wait a couple weeks, no big deal if you're a patient person anyhow. And, it's money when you're talking half the price or maybe a third less. But I don't know how they do it at Power Cutlery. I would not want to be a Ganzo dealer. There's no money in it because there's no money, period. These things don't cost much. So there can't be much profit, and especially when you kind of continually have to compete with the overseas. But it's a great resource here. And take a look, they got other knives, like they got cold steel, and they got all kinds of different brands. It's somewhat limited what they have, but then they have some Sanran Mu, Enlan, Harns, Knife and Tool, that kind of stuff. So check them out. And I don't get any discounts from Power Cutlery, but I think it's a great resource. So I'll give you the link to their site, and then click on Ganzo Firebird and go take a look at their knives. Some of them are out of stock, some of them are in stock, and they come and they go. So these are cool, right? This is the 763 series, and these, like I was saying, they have bearings on them. How cool is that? So easy to flick. Some of these, it was like 50% of these knives out of the box. So look at that. It's like it's retracting automatically. It's crazy. Some of these knives, like when I got the orange one, it was really nice and loosey-goosey. There's no blade play or anything, but it swung free like this, right? And just lays right in there. Not a problem. Especially you sit it out like this, and then I'll push these out of the way a little bit. And there you go. See, right? Okay. Bearings. And I didn't take it apart. It's just a ring of captured bearings in there. And you take this apart, then you got a wire spring that hooks into the frame on both sides that supports this, this G-lock or whatever you want to call it now. They call it the G-lock, but it's like an axis lock, that kind of thing. In any case, and of course, Benchmade's patent is expired, so people can do this. Obviously, the Perpetua knife on mass drop is coming out with an axis lock, so it's like going to be the first American made, because I think Millet's making it. With that's non-Benchmade. So there you go. But what I was going to say is this green one wouldn't drop. It was pretty stiff. And so if you get one of these, then you go, oh, this sucks. He lied to me because this thing is, is not dropping. It's not swinging free like this. Okay, so what you do is just, and I put a number 8 Torx in there, and I just turned just a little bit, and then check it. You know, it'll loosen up, and it's still not gonna play, no blade play, and I mean, check your centering, but still it doesn't knock it off center either. So if you can just a little bit of a turn, and see how that frees up the action, because I think they tend to, here and there, about 50% of them get over tightened. So you don't have to live with that or wait for it to kind of break in. No, they're just over tightening that pivot in that case. So just, you know, you can loosen it up yourself. Just try and make sure you're still, and this one's centered up, you know, but I had to break that one free. This one is centered up too, but I didn't have to. So go figure, right? So these are the 763 models, and they come in black. And I think this also, see, this still doesn't swing as free, but it's pretty close. I mean, it still will drop though. So this one was a little stiff as well, and I just gave it a little push. Maybe I should give it a little bit more, but it's pretty much fine right now as it is. But they got these cutouts here. I mean, obviously skeletonized not only liners, but skeletonized scales. And of course, a little bit of the leaf pattern, which Dmitry Sankovich did. I think, well, it was the knife called the Leaf. But I mean, this is not that design. It's just a kind of a cutout leaf pattern that resembles somewhat what he was doing with that knife. In any case, yeah, this ain't no $5,000 knife. This is $19.99, something like that. I didn't print out the power cutlery stuff, so, but I'll give you the link to their site and you can check it out on your own. I just think they're solid knives. I think they're really, really good and handsome too. And the fit and the finish is good on these knives. I'm not trying to argue with you. It's just, you know, it's hard not to be enthusiastic about these knives because they're just good. I mean, 440C steel, satin grind, looks like a good grind. Come here. I mean, will it cut like a knife? Yeah. Will it? Okay, hold on. I mean, let's see if they'll all cut. Yes. Next. I mean, you know, whatever. Bingo. And the carbon fiber model, which we haven't really talked about, but there's no cutouts in it. But it is the carbon fiber 763. So they didn't do the cutouts on it. Kind of interesting. I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't. So let's clean our desk up a little bit. There you go. Handsome knife. You know, but this is way more expensive. It's at least another $1.50, I think. And of course, I'm assuming it's, by looking at it, I think you can tell it's a laminate, right? You can see the top, and I don't know. I mean, I think it is, though. I think it's a laminate on top here, on top of the on top of G10. So I think it's a laminate, but it's interesting. I mean, I don't care. It's freaking $20.50 or something like that instead of like 19 something. So, okay, I went big bonus time, you know, what the heck. So, yeah, this is nice too. And yeah. Bearings. I remember when the first one with bearings came out. I think it was like the 761. Maybe, but there was another model they released about the same time, and it didn't have bearings. And I go, are they going backwards, or are they going to progress forward with bearings? Well, maybe one was supposed to come out before the other, and maybe the, you know what I mean? Maybe the bearings one is signaling that going forward they're going to do this. I don't know. But I like it. I like having the bearings in it. The action's obviously a lot better. And I mean, just, I don't even know if you need to touch the blade. You know? It's just too easy. Now, why didn't they excavate the laminate here? I don't know. Big hole for a lanyard on all four. You've got jimping on top here. That's a great idea. Ambidextrous thumb studs, 440C steel blade, satin grind. So the 763 becomes a 763-1 because it's satin, okay? And if it was another number back there like a 2, it might have been coated blade, that kind of thing, or stonewash. And then CF at the end because this is carbon fiber, or their carbon fiber model, etc. So that's interesting. And of course you got these nice thick stainless liners, but even if they didn't carve all the way through here, check this out, still they skeletonized the liners anyhow. Might as well. I mean, if you're running these, you might as well cut every one of these liners the exact same. So you got a leaf pattern in the liner that you ain't leafed from the outside, but that's okay, because I guess you just have to leaf it alone. Oh my God. So yeah, but really, good ergos on this design. You got a nice front choil here, nice, palm swell, and room for your fingers on this. Reverse grip is comfortable as well. This is a little bit of a hot spot right here because that's where my finger's hitting it. So it's kind of cutting right in the middle of that finger. But other than that, that's where she goes. Now, these others have the holes in them. So, but all these, you know what? All these knives, I swear to God, they're all about like 3.4 inch overall. Yeah, they're never quite 3.5, although it depends on where you want to lay your ruler. But they're always a bit shy at 3.5 and right at not quite 8 inches overall. 7 7/8. Check that out, right? So, not quite. Oh, did you get the metrics on there? About 85 millimeters and 20 centimeters overall. So it looks like they were looking for even numbers, millimeters wise, actually. What do we got for 3.2? Let me see if we can get a little bit better reading up here. About 3.2 millimeters, which if we were on inches would be nice. Okay, come on. Give me back to inches. 1.8 inch. Overall, and let's get between the leaves. Oh, we can't do that. Okay. And it's probably a little fatter than 0.5 then. 12.7, a half inch even. So, not bad. And if you want to compare the size with like the Paramilitary 2, it's not far off. It's not, this is not quite 8 inches, but this is just over, so it'll look a little bit, Para 2 will look a little bit bigger on this comparison, because the handle length on the Para 2 is always, that's 5 inches, so this one's nowhere near there. But yeah, interesting looking pattern, easy to operate. Pocket clip, yeah, it's got that, and then it doesn't bend over. It doesn't kind of plane out a little bit, but it'll catch your pocket lip. And yeah, it's stiff enough to hold the pocket, but not so stiff that it's probably going to crush it. I don't remember ever having a problem with my Ganzos, slipping them in and out of my pocket, but I usually wear jeans, so it just depends on that kind of situation. But back spacers, like I said, they match. Catch that, huh? But see, these are the 763s, and then of course they had the 762s, and now they have a carbon fiber 762. And look at, they're doing contrasting back spacers on these. Go figure. Now these have bearings as well. yeah, see? It's swinging around. So, yeah. So this is another interesting design. Easy to operate. How about this one? Are you going to be stiff or nope? Good. Yeah. When they swing back and forth like that, you know it's bearings. Just like that. Isn't that great? This reminds me a little bit of the steel wheel Modus. Remember the steel wheel Modus that was made in Italy with M390 steel, not design-wise, but it has a carbon fiber handle, actually a real carbon fiber, but the backspacer is this exact orange G10. So, I mean, that kind of knocks me out. Only this is not $179 or whatever that Modus is. But, wow. It's a handsome looking knife with the carbon fiber. And look at the pocket clip. See, it's a little bit different design, isn't it? Yeah. Son of a gun. See, this is a little bit more my style here. And it's kind of, this is not really a deep carry look, but this is folded over here. So it's more of a deep carry. Even though it's not all the way to the end, but it's getting close. So it's a deep carry, where this one, the screws are here, it doesn't roll over the top, and you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a very different looking clip. How about that? Yeah, 762. Not bad. 763, interesting as well. But these are two models that have come out recently that I just thought are aces up, right? They're cool. Yeah, and what else is cool? Yeah, taking 17 minutes to talk about it. Okay, let's just do a way off and I'll let you go. God, sorry about that. I get caught up. Zero out on me, buddy. Okay, let's take a look at Fat Daddy, because this has got to weigh more. I mean, this isn't exactly super lightweight carbon fiber here. This is 122. So let's get back to ounces. 4.31 ounces on this. Okay? Now, if we take its brother-in-arms, that's just a G10, it's a little lighter. Now, let's take its compatriot in the 762. Ooh, lot lighter. Okay, 3.66 ounces. 3.73. These are definitely much lighter knives. They are very slender, so there's less material there. But I think they're about the same length. Yeah. Blade might even actually be arguably a little bit longer. And the whole knife about the same. Not quite 8 inches, but pretty close. So pretty much about the same size as far as length goes. But height-wise, not as much. And definitely lighter. So these are in the 4s. These are in the 3s. Yeah, not bad. Good looking knives though, aren't they? Wow. I really like them. We can get the scales out of here. We don't need to look at that all day. But these, ergos are good. Operations are good. I mean, it swings close and bounces off the stop. I mean, that's just some good action. Bounced right off. Action's great. Just like that. Easy one-handers, aren't they? All right, I'm going to let you go. But yeah, so 762s, 763s. Does it just get any better? It keeps going right. I like the design. They're good quality knives. I have a blast with them. It's fun. It's just a lot of fun. Now, I guess you could swap back spacers with these because they are contrasting, or these too. I mean, you know, within the 762s or within the 763s, you can get creative there too. All right. What do you think, guys? Flanagan, should we leave him alone? Let's leave him alone. We did 20 minutes. Ouch. Okay, but you guys, Power Cutlery, give you the link to that. No, I don't have a discount code for that. I do for White Mountain, so I'll give you a link to White Mountain for other knives. He doesn't have Ganzos. For other knives. And so LTK is the discount code for White Mountain, 10% off on any knife. And don't forget my buddy Kevin, the bevel knife sharpening guy. I'll leave his information in the description section as well, along with my email address and Instagram information, because you know what we do around here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.